Young girl, get out of my mind. My thoughts for you are way out of line. I'm so horny. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Everett Anthony here, Ill House Comedy Podcast. Back at it again, like I think 3 days later. Came over to my boy's house, Ryan, the rapper. He's been on it quite a few times. But I got to his house and apparently he partied way too much last night, so he's not going to be on this podcast. But luckily for me, I didn't show up for no reason because he has a guest over here and she decided she'll jump on there for him. She's bailing his white ass out. I appreciate it. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Katie.
Katie with a K or a C?
K.
Cool. All right, so let's tell a funny story. Because Ryan was, kind of passed out. To get into his building, you got to have a key to get in. He normally comes down and lets me in. So I got to the door, and I'm calling him, and I'm texting him. No answer, no answer. His car's here, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's a dude in the grass by the door in a chair just getting some sun. Now, I heard that vitamin D is really good for the coronavirus, so I'd imagine that's what's going on. So finally I go up to him like, hey man, my buddy's supposed to be coming down and letting me in, but he's not answering his phone. I'm not sure what's going on. Can you let me in? So he jumped up, tried his key on the side door. It would not open. So he's like, all right, just come around the front. So we have to walk a little bit. And I'm like, oh man, I really appreciate this. About halfway through walking, he's like, do you have a daughter named Alexis? And my eyes kind of got big, and I'm like, yeah, I do. Do I know you? Because I'm pretty bad. There's lots of people that come up to me all the time that know me, and I just don't remember them. I got a bad memory, okay? So I'm like, all right, yeah, I do, whatever. I'm like, do I know you? And he's like, no. Well, I used to date your ex-wife for a little bit there, so that's how he knew me. I was like, I just started busting out laughing. I was like, what a small-ass world. So he let me in. And for a split second, I thought about asking him, so why didn't it work out? But I was like, nah, I don't even really want to know. I don't care. But he let me in. I gave him a couple of my beers to pay him. I was like, cool. And you just gave me a great story, and I really appreciate the content you just gave me. All right, so let's just dive into these topics right now. What's the craziest almost car accident you got into?
Okay, so I was driving a distance, and I had my daughter in the car, and there was a car making a left, and I was going straight on a side street, and I realized she wasn't stopping. So I slammed my brakes on, and she came flying in front of me and made the left, but jumped the curb, went through a bush, and went to oncoming traffic and hit the oncoming driver. And I was right around the corner from where I was living with my daughter, and I just moved here, and I was like, what the
fuck? You're allowed to curse on here, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I stopped because I was a witness.
I actually encouraged it, no.
No, okay, cool. I stopped because I was a witness, and...
You stopped?
Yeah, I did. Because I was like, if that was me, or if they hit me, or it affected my daughter, there were going to be more issues.
I mean, I look at it as... Google sees everything, so they can just pull some of the clips off of Google. I gotta get to McDonald's to get this Happy Meal for my kids.
Yes and no. So Google, there's a delay when it comes to the internet and the logistics of it. So they don't get the full details of it. So it's not like they can pull up the details of what's going on. They told me when I called 911 for someone else, it's going to take 4 hours for that local police to come there.
And you still waited?
Yeah.
Lost your mind? Number one, I was just joking about the Google thing, okay? I wasn't serious about that.
Sorry, I'm factual.
There's a good chance as long as I didn't get hit and the light was green, I probably would have just kept going. I'd be like, somebody's going to take care of that.
Yes, but I think about me or future people.
You're a good person.
Thank you.
I don't think I would have did the same thing. As long as I didn't get hit, it depends. If I had to be at work or I had to be somewhere, I'd be like, I didn't get hit. I would have just kept on riding.
And no, I stopped and I waited. And I will say, bonus, I'm still friends with the people.
Nice.
So,
Trust me, we need good people in this world, but there's not a whole bunch of us.
It's all good. So that's my crazy story.
All right, so I had one on, I think it was Friday. I was driving back. I was on I-75. I think it was around 9 o'clock at night. I was a little tired too. I'm in the middle lane. There's a 18-wheeler in the right lane, a little bit ahead of me, but I'm catching up to him because I'm obviously going faster than him. Right before I get to him, he swerves into my lane, like cuts me off.
Right.
And I'm throwing my hands in the air. I'm like, fucking asshole, like what the hell's your problem? You could kill me. But
No
then
joke.
I noticed the reason why he did that, there was a car in his lane. Now at first it looked like maybe it was broke down. It was just stopped. I was
Right.
like, what the hell's going on? Then I noticed there was white lights on. So it looked like he was in reverse.
Right.
In my head, I'm thinking, no way, he couldn't have been in reverse. So I'm looking in my rearview mirror trying to watch it. Eventually, I see the lights kind of turn this way and disappear. So he missed his exit and reversed. Now
Ouch.
this is shoulder, big ass shoulder.
Right.
You still shouldn't do that, but if you're gonna do that, that's where you do it. If that 18-wheeler didn't swerve out of the way,
Oh, yeah.
disintegrated that car.
Yep.
More than likely, I would have been like I would have got like we all would have been dead. Well,
Yeah.
maybe the tractor trailer would have been good, but I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
happened so damn fast.
Always does.
All right, let's talk about the number one thing in the country right now. What do you think that is?
There's multiple topics.
Most people would say the coronavirus.
Indeed, true.
I would say because of the coronavirus, the number one thing is Tiger King. Can't get away from that shit right now. It's either the coronavirus or Tiger King.
Yeah. They're both pretty hot.
Are you watching it?
Yes.
How far into it are you?
I haven't completely finished, but I'm almost completely done. But because I believe in saving cats, I definitely have a strong view.
Yeah, so you're going a whole different angle. We're talking about the shit show, the car wreck that's on TV right now. You're trying to get into the sensitive side and save the cats. I mean, once again, it sounds like you're a good person. This podcast isn't about good people. It's about the crazy shit show that's going on.
Hey, that's what thrives people, right?
So let's talk about the very beginning. I don't know the exact words. The old dude,
Yep. Joe something. No, Don.
I don't know what his name is. All I caught was he said, "Are you ready for an amazing story?" or something like that, or something like that. But in my head, all I could
Okay.
picture was the dude's in a restaurant smoking a cigarette. What the hell is going on right now?
True.
Like, obviously, this documentary maybe started 3 years ago if they started doing it, but still, whatever state are you allowed to smoke in restaurants?
It depends what state you're in.
And so there's actual states out there that you can still smoke in a restaurant.
At this point in time, I don't believe so.
That's what I thought.
You have to go outside, I believe.
So that's what blew my mind instantly. That's what I caught from it.
So really, how old is this footage?
But I couldn't. Well, do you think that part was old?
If it's not legally documented, the footage, there's no facts behind it, and how are you going to back it up?
I don't know. It just caught my eye right from the beginning. Also, can you please tell me how he convinced two straight guys, and I'm throwing up the air quotes, to be gay and actually marry him? How the hell does that happen?
Whether they're straight or not, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Now, we can see the footage, and we can make our own perceptions.
And
but
what do you get from it?
when it comes down to money, and they had a passion. They had the passion of the cats, what they love doing.
So you're telling me, basically, you're saying pussy and money. And when I say pussy, I mean pussy cats. We're talking about cats, so don't think I'm getting graphic, people. But seriously, money, you think?
It's a combination of things, but yeah, money, drugs.
Yeah? Well,
I don't know if they were all addicted to drugs. One was
They look
definitely.
like it.
No, they documented there was definitely at least minimum one, if not more. But
Maybe
if
the
you're
one-
addicted to drugs, that's going to drive you alone.
So we talking about the dude with no teeth?
I would say
With no shirt on while he's talking and getting interviewed?
if you want to go factual, I can't tell you 100%, yeah, that's true, because I'm not going to back it up with facts onto it. But when you look at the whole spectrum, it is what it is. Look at the facts.
Well, here's the facts. I will say I am straight. I've never had a gay moment in my life. Now, when you said it's money, well, I'll tell you what. Guess what? I will definitely do some gay stuff, but my price is way higher than that crazy son of a bitch is paying him. I guaranteed. My shit's in the millions, so...
I hear you, but maybe his is lower because when you have a true addiction, how low are you going to get? What's low for low with someone who has an addiction?
I guess all I couldn't figure out...
And I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm not saying that at all. But you have to look at all the not just the aspects, but the scientifically proven. It's documented. There's footage of them, whether it's on drugs or saying stuff that they probably shouldn't be recording. But
thank God they did.
But then that proves it. That's giving them documentation for whoever needs it to back, it is what it is.
All right, so let's talk about the girl that gets her arm bit off.
That's crazy.
No, the crazy part is
It's all crazy.
No, yeah, it's not crazy that she got her arm bit off because that shit happen. You're messing with.
It does.
The crazy part is how many days later does she come back to work?
It's a very few because she's the passion for it.
You got your goddamn arm bitten
I know.
off. What passion goes out the window?
Yeah.
There's something crazy going on around here. It was like 6 days and she came back to work.
Yep. But
she was using a little stub to do stuff.
And she was still healing. And she was at risk. She was at risk.
That dude, as weird as he has something. He has some kind of power. He has some good drugs.
When it comes to her guys, I would say when it comes to the guys, it has to do with money, drugs, or he's providing something, whether it's a service or a health, whatever. It's a roof over your heads. It's drugs. It's a place to stay. It's a living. It's an income. It's a passion. If they have a passion for animals, cats, whatnot, they're following through because they're getting paid. Maybe not much. They have a passion. They love what they do. They're willing to go beyond because he's providing them with drugs. So look at the whole spectrum. But when it comes to this girl, she didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
Any of that. Okay. She did it for the passion. Documentary. I'm going by facts.
You are just too much of a nice person, okay? Because I'm going to say, from what I'm gathering, he turned a couple people gay that wasn't gay. This lady got her arm bit off. She came back. That state, to me, I just imagine they're just a lot of dumbass people.
Can I tell you something?
Dumbass people around
you
there.
can't turn a person gay if they're not gay. If they portray and decide to participate, that doesn't mean they're gay. They're accommodating the ethics, values, and what they believe in to accommodate a need that they need. So that doesn't mean they're gay. They're just,
I think people are just dumb in that state. That's what I'm gathering.
No,
Either the state
I
or the
totally
city,
agree with you.
They're all just dumb.
Yeah, they are. They are.
All right, let's get into why the hell is what's his name? What's his name? Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
And the girl in Tampa. Why are they actually fighting?
One is I'm learning, so I don't have all the factual details. One is they're saying she buried her husband somewhere. When he portrayed his business.
Why would you bury your husband when you have cats you can just feed your husband to?
And you never know.
Because she's dumb too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we don't know this factual information.
Oh, I know she's dumb.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying she's not, but until I see facts, and I'm a legal kind of, I want to see facts, like
Definitely.
statistical rates, because that's all that stands up to it. And don't get me wrong, I agree with you, but he's trying to make a business, she's trying to make a business.
In two different states that
Yeah.
have nothing to do with each other.
It doesn't matter, but they're a threat to each other.
No, because they're both crazy people.
Then
both
they are.
batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They should have. If that was me, I'm teaming up with them.
Right.
I'm trying to
you
trade
can-
information, you're not hurting my
Yep.
business from another state.
And you can take the next step forward, right? But they're not doing that.
Yeah,
They're working against each other, not with each other. You know what I'm saying? And because of all the lawsuits, they're really going against each other, which is going to hurt them completely, both of them.
well, then the one lady said she spent like $1 million so far.
Yep.
I still don't understand why they're fighting. You're in two different states. You have nothing to do with each other.
Probably they both have something to hide.
Well, she's hiding her husband's body,
Yeah. And he's hiding something else.
they're just two lunatics.
They're
that got
both
into the
hiding
same
something.
Business. They should have got married, had kids together, and made more lunatics so we can have more documentaries.
True indeed.
All right, let's get off the crazy show a little
Okay.
bit. Coronavirus. Can't get away from the coronavirus.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if we're all supposed to be over Ryan's house right now.
I'm 6 feet.
I mean, technically we can't be 6 feet and talk into the microphone, so, but you know, whatever.
I really could.
We got masks on.
Yeah.
I even got a little mask over the microphone.
Cool.
So, guy in my department, his girlfriend works for a school board, or she works for a school, I'm not even sure, and their school was trying to do the virtual online thing for the kids.
Okay.
Then they decided that some people don't have internet at the house.
Correct.
Also, they're giving I think he said MacBooks or something like that
Mm-hmm.
to all the students.
Okay.
Then they realized, well, if they don't have internet, what are they going to do? So they're bringing buses to the school, right?
Right.
They're going to have hotspots.
Right.
You got to drive your kid to the school and
To get the hotspot.
and sit in the parking lot while they're doing their work.
I don't think families aren't going to all do that.
Not only are they not going to do that, what the hell? Who should be fired that came up with this idea?
It all has to do with politics, so it's not who's going to be fired. There's so many logistics of it when it comes to politics. There's a very fine line. And the story gets fucked up. And you're not going to hear the real story because it's too political. It comes down to budget, who's in control, what their view is, their perception is, and they go from there.
I personally think they just have a few people in charge that are absolutely morons that shouldn't be there. My school, my daughter's school, gave us paper packets for the week. She does the work, and then we bring it back. So why didn't these people say, once they got to the point when they were like, well, we got to give all these computers out. We got to get a hotspot. Who the hell's driving there and sitting there while the kid does? Have you ever done homework with your kid? It is mind-blowing, pissed off.
I have. I've done a lot of homework with my girls. But I totally get it because not everybody has a hotspot or a computer. So you have to accommodate everybody when you're looking at this whole entire situation. You have to accommodate everybody, the highs and lows. So when it comes to, you have to go with the low when it comes to the situation. You have to accommodate everybody. So it has to be a hard copy. If you want everybody to be able to, or if you want to have, a system where you can tell who's more advanced, okay, do the, online, and other people that aren't able to, the logistics of it, and have them do paper, that's their counting.
That would have solved it right there.
Right.
Who has online? Who
Right.
has this? You do that. If you don't, you come to the school, you get a packet. No, we're going to get buses with hotspots. You're going to drive and sit in the parking lot, keep your car on.
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? And then you guys
Yeah.
are teaching our kids? Are you kidding me right now?
But in defense,
Here comes
totally,
the nice person right now.
I totally understand where you're coming from, and I do agree. But when it comes to politics, it comes to budget. And you have to have someone doing both, the online and the hard copy, and how many hours it's going to take with everything that's going on in the situation around the world. It's like we're implementing the budget, the numbers, what's going to be, what's the, the residents, what they're dishing out.
Yeah, but their budget now is more than just having online and paper.
Right.
They're putting buses in there. They're putting
But they don't,
hotspots.
yes.
They're giving out computers to
Only
everybody.
because we're under state of emergency.
Look, my bottom line is whoever's in charge needs to go because they don't know how to problem solve really quick. Because I automatically thought it real quick how to solve that problem.
And I totally agree with you. But when it comes down to it, it's really in the end, the very, very end, who's actually in charge. Whether it's county, state, government, legislation, president, the whole 9 yards.
All comes down to money.
Yeah.
All right, did you see that North Korea shot off a couple ballistic missiles into the ocean yesterday?
Actually, I did not.
What the hell is going on? We got a pandemic going on, and
Yes.
they are shooting missiles off.
Obviously, I did see it after the fact, and it's going on. They're acting quickly without maybe thinking about the whole aftermath.
No, they need to be taken out, because what are you guys doing? You're testing war missiles during a crisis. Obviously, you're that bad and evil that you're more worried about how you're going to take us, like, people out eventually. Well, we just need to go in and take that motherfucker out. You got to go, okay? That should be the last damn draw. When this is all going on right now, and everybody's in their house, and you're still testing your missiles, you're an evil son of a bitch.
Right.
You got to die. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be repercussions. I will say that.
But it probably won't be much right now.
But that's
it's just-
me, because I'm nice.
Yeah, there's too
I'm just
much
saying
going
it
on.
very nice. You know, it has to be dealt with, and there has to be big repercussions. I'm being nice about it because that's who I am. But I'm totally on the page. Like, I understand where you're coming from. It's just, to get to that point, there's a lot of dynamics and logistical factors that come into play in order for it to actually take effect.
I'm just saying, we just need to take his ass out because he's fucking crazy. Also, have you seen anything in the news about Russia and how many cases they have?
Yes. Not that
Not
and
that
not
much.
exactly. Not as many as other areas.
You haven't seen too much.
Right.
Now, from what I heard, they're pretty much covering up how many cases because they want to be the Russia. You know,
That could be. That could be.
We don't get anything.
Right.
We're Russia. We drink vodka. You know, but here's the thing. I thought about this, which I could totally see them covering up because
Right.
they don't want that out there.
Yeah.
But what if they actually are the ones who created the coronavirus, right?
Can I tell? Well, you never know. Well, you never know.
Here's how they would do it, though. For
Right.
the last 6 months, they've been giving their people vaccinations. They don't tell them what it is, though. No one
Right.
knows. It's just a regular flu shot that everybody has to get. Every Russian.
And that's how they portrayed it.
Then 6 months after they get everybody covered, they release this shit.
Right.
Wait for every other country to die off. Mother Russia lives
Yeah.
again.
Can I tell you? I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not
And
be
you have
surprised either.
But how is that? How do they prove that?
Well, no one's gonna prove it. Trust me. This is just my crazy head coming up with this.
And so it's very cool. But see me, my crazy head goes, I want to prove it.
You can't prove the crazy shit that's in my head. Okay, this is a real.
Not
this-
your head. Just that's out there, regardless if it's in your head or not. Like it's out there.
It's something that could have happened. Like I thought of
It
it being
potentially-
funny.
right.
It could be true though, because why else wouldn't they have so many cases going? Like
There's a lot of shit that goes on where you're like, what the fuck?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Like I showed up today to do a podcast with Ryan, and now I'm doing it with you. What
Yeah.
the fuck? And on that note, I think we're going to end. It's been fun. I appreciate you jumping on and bailing
Thank you.
Ryan's ass out.
I appreciate it.
Ryan's going to have to make it up for me on the next podcast.
Yes.
Ill House Comedy Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.